Hi everybody, my name is Qilei Huang, a PhD student at the Digital Geography group. My supervisor is Dr. Orania Konadi. I'm very glad to share my research topic with you, and in this video, I will start with the introduction of the meaning of the spatial crime perception gap and why it is important. Then, I will illustrate how we delineate the spatial crime perception gaps. Next, I will present my current consideration about mining the frequent patterns of crime perception gap and how I link various variables to this phenomenon. Let's start with the artistic work Stone House, created by the artist Leon Zhou Erlich. When you see this picture, you may worry about these people's city. But if you see the whole photo, you will just find they are extremely safe, because the scene is actually a reflection of a mirror. It is a fact that perception is not always in line with reality. Sometimes the misperception is an artist's work, like this. However, sometimes it will bring you troubles, such as the crime perception gap. Spatial crime or safety perception is a high-level acquisition of beliefs about oneself and the space around him or herself, derived from some combination of sensation and prior belief knowledge, which will lead to ideas about crime and safety. Although spatial crime perception is something subjective, whether it is in line with reality is crucial for individuals to safeguard themselves against potential victimization, prevent unnecessary avoidance behaviors, and reduce undue anxiety. As you can see from this figure, the mismatch of reality and perception is where the spatial crime perception gap emerges. There are two types of spatial crime perception gap: the misperception of safe areas as unsafe ones, and misperception of unsafe areas as safe ones. And the main purpose of my research is to explore and model the prevalence of spatial crime perception gap in the urban environment. Then propose spatial planning strategies considering spatial crime perception gap to make residents live a safer and happier urban life. To achieve this goal, we constructed a digital sketch map survey in Vienna and Budapest to delineate people's spatial crime perception gap and collected potential variables regarding their crime perception. In this survey, the participants are first asked to sketch their perceived safe and unsafe areas and daily route lines on an OpenStreetMap-based map. After they sketch each polygon, several questions pop up asking why they perceive these areas as safe and or unsafe. Then the questionnaire follows questions about the participants' individual information such as age, education, and economic statement. We initiated the survey on November 27, 2023 and ended it on February 20, 2024. By the end of the survey, we received 533 responses in Budapest and 123 responses in Vienna. This figure shows the sketched safe and unsafe polygons in Budapest. Then we created a fishnet to visualize the results of crime perception in the two cities. As we have limited participants, so it is hard to decide whether one unit is safe or unsafe if it is only marked by one person. Hence, in this case, we use the binomial test to check if one hexagon is significantly safe or unsafe based on the number of labeled safe or unsafe marks. These two figures shows the perceived safe and unsafe areas in Vienna and Budapest. As for the crime hotspot, a hotspot is defined not only by a high concentration of events but also by an unusually distinctive local structure. In my study, I define the crime hotspot as a unit's unexpectedly high value compared to a random distribution. The local Mosaic statistics, a class of local indicators of spatial association, which is simplified as LISA, is used to achieve this goal. This figure shows the crime hotspots in Budapest in 2023. The crane contiguity spatial weight matrix is used, while the pseudo p-value is 0.05. Then, after linking the crime hotspots to crime perception, I get the accuracy of crime perception in Budapest and the IU inaccurate perception of unsafe areas and IS inaccurate perception of safe areas are the spatial crime perception gaps. The next step will be mining the frequent patterns of crime perception gap, which is to describe who, where, and when to be most frequently linked with spatial crime perception gap. Three types of variables are considered linked to spatial crime perception gap according to literature review. The first one is individual variable, mainly collected from the sketch map survey involving age, gender, prior victimization or not, trust in police, the distance to their daily route lines, and so on. The second one is physical environment variable, mainly collected from OpenStreetMap. For example, street density, average street length, ground space index, and the distance to police station. The third one is the social environmental variable, mainly collected from governmental data sources such as the land use, average income in the statistical unit, and average population in the statistical unit. Then, a random forest classification algorithm will be used to link these variables to spatial crime perception gap, and the contribution of each variable will be calculated. Thank you for watching this video on spatial crime perception gap. If you want to know more about this topic and the work we do in the digital geography group, please read the description below.